There are many businesses to start in Nigeria, especially the agricultural businesses. So today's video, I have compiled a list of business ideas in the agricultural sector that you can start, especially if you have a dream of becoming a farmer in the future. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Susan. So on today's video, I'm going to be listing 8 agricultural businesses that you can start in Nigeria. And the reason why I'm mentioning these 8 is because they are mostly popular and almost everyone is into this business. And the fact that I said almost everyone is into this business means that they are doing well in the business despite the fact that it is popular and there is a lot of competition. So there are many others, and in case I do not list those other ones, just know that there are many others and I cannot list all the businesses in the world in one video. So the first business idea on my list is rice production. I don't know why I have not mentioned this agricultural business idea on my channel before. Maybe because I've always thought that it is mainly for those that have a lot of capital, but no. It can be a small farmer that farm rice in your local place. Maybe you have a farmland in a rural area and you just don't know what to do with that land. You can start farming rice. And even if you don't know how to farm the rice, trust me, there are 1 million people in this world that can teach you how to farm rice. Even in that rural area, there are some people that are still farming rice. So you should always just ask. The next agricultural business idea on my list is catfish production. So I have made a dedicated video about this fish farming on my channel. I'll be leaving the link for you guys to go and check it out. The video was so detailed that even if you have no idea about catfish production or their farming, you will learn something from there. So I advise you to go and check it out. I'll be leaving the link on my description box, on my description. Yes, I'll be leaving the link there. You should go and check it out. That this business is a very good business if you know what you're doing. And you do not need a lot of capital to start this business. If you have 500,000 naira, you can start it. Hey God, this business is very easy to start and you will make a lot of money because we are consuming catfish in Nigeria a lot. In beer parlors, in homes, in parties, everywhere you look, somebody is consuming catfish. And this catfish you don't need a pond. You don't need to go all out in order to start this business because this business has no environmental hazard whatsoever. So you can start it in any way. You can go to all those factories where they sell those big bowl. I don't know how they call it. Big drums. Yes, those big drums. It comes in black or blue that they use in factories. Some of them are used in sugar production. So you can go there and buy it from them. Then when you get, because it always comes sealed, so you look for someone that will help you cut the top. Then you put the I don't know what they call that thing that you have to use padlock. I don't know the name. You put it on it as if you need it. If you don't need it, it's not something that they should be able to steal anyway. If you're wearing them in your house, you can do that. Just get the fingerlings and get the food. You have already started your catfish production. It is very easy to start. You can even start this business with as little as 500k safe if you want to start small. So the next business idea on my list is honey production. So the honey production, honey is a very, very good business to start because a lot of people have stopped consuming sugar. So honey is now the new sweetener. It has a lot of health benefits. It does a lot to the body. It can be used to even cure cold, flu, and every other thing. So if you can produce, if you have a means of starting a business like this, I know this kind of business is not easy because a lot of people are scared of the bees because of their stings. So if you can do something like this, you have their coats, their overall, the shield, or whatever the name is, you should start this business. It is highly profitable. A jar of honey, this small jar of honey is now 4,000 naira. It was 1,000 before, now it is 4,000. The same honey, the same bee, you're not feeding the bee, you just they go and look for their food in places where they can do pollination. If they transfer pollination, suck the sugar from one plant, transfer it, that's how they feed. You're not buying food. Just get where they will live and take care of them, and they will produce honey for you. That's a very good business if you ask. So the next business on my list is poultry farming. I have also made a dedicated video about this topic on my channel. You should go and check it out. So poultry farming is a very lucrative business that you can start. It is highly profitable because it is not just the poultry like rearing of chicken or turkey. You can also get eggs from it and sell the eggs as well. And also you can even start a frozen food from that business. So if you know what you are doing, that business is something that you should not even joke with. If you have a large piece of land that you bought that is not far from where you live, you can start a business like this. If you have a rented property, you can also, like a rented land, you can also start a business like this. If you have your own compound and you have a lot of space, you can start a business like this. I don't know why you will have that amount of space in your compound and you're not doing this business. Start this business, you will not regret it. There are many people doing this business, and this business, it has its own season, but we eat it all year round. So you are not going to lose in any way, except you're not taking care of your chicken, or you're not taking care of your poultry farm, or your chicken, they are not being fed properly. I don't know, something must be wrong for you not to progress in this business. So this is a business that you should start if you have the money, or you have the space, or you have the capacity to start it. You should start a business like this. So the next agricultural business on my list is cassava farming. So cassava is one of those food that can never be wasted. Cassava can be used to make gari. I think that's the end product of it. It can be used to make gari. Cassava can be used to make fufu. Cassava can be used to make abacha. I know there are many things that you can use cassava to make. Like from the beginning of the cassava to the end, everything about the cassava is used in one way or the other. So this is a business that you cannot miss. If you have the opportunity to start something like this, you should start it, because it is a very, very, very profitable business. You will not even waste your time in this business, because as it is coming out, people are buying it. So this is a business that you should not miss if you have the capacity, or if you have the space, if you have the land. If you have the land, let's say you're living in an urban area, let's say you're living in Lagos or Abuja or in Port Harcourt, and you have a land in your village, you don't know what you are doing with that land, you're not building on it, please start farming. As long as you visit your village every year, start farming on that property. I have seen a lot of people that I know personally that live in Lagos, and they have a farm in their hometown. They travel there every year, especially for businesses like this. So if you want to start something, you should start it. Don't just buy that land and keep it there. This is the time for you to start a business. The country is not smiling. As a Nigerian, you should not be smiling either. So start a business like this and thank me later. You come back and thank me. So the next business idea on my list is vegetable farming. So this vegetable farming is very, very lucrative. So vegetables are not limited to just your pumpkin leaf, your water leaf. Everything that is related to vegetables, even your tomato, I believe the tomatoes are fruits, but we still consider them as vegetables. Carrots, everything that you can plant and make money from, you should start. And these businesses I'm listing for you, you will need a landed property or a rented property. So even if you don't have a landed property, just because it is more expensive in where you stay, go to your village and buy a land and start a business today. There is no excuse for you. Go to a place that you know their lands are cheap. In Lagos here, we have many lands that are cheap in Ogun State. This is not your excuse. So you have a means to start a business like this. You should start. So the next business idea on my list is yam production, yam planting or yam farming. So yam farming is very lucrative. It is very popular. A lot of people are buying yam all of a sudden in this period. So now is a chance to start a business like this if you want to make money. Yam is now expensive. people are now eating it more. Like, I don't know, maybe because it is expensive, people are discovering it more, because I wasn't hearing yam before. Now all of a sudden I'm hearing yam is expensive, yam, everyone is talking about yam. So now is a chance to jump into this business and start. I mentioned previously that I said that I know a couple of people who live in Lagos and have their farmlands in their villages, and they farm. So this is one of those farms that I know of, that a friend of mine or a cousin of mine is doing. She stays in Lagos and she has a farm in the village. She travels to the village every year to farm this yam, and she's making her money. She's just an everyday person, just like you and I. She wasn't born with a silver spoon. She just has a land that her parents gave to her. So she made use of it to start a business for herself. It is very, very lucrative. It is very wise to start. And I don't think you should sit on it. You say, don't waste your time for this business. It is very good. So the last business on my list, or the last agricultural business on my list, is plantain plantation, or plantain production, or plantain farming. Anyone you hear, just take it like that. This is a very lucrative business. Plantain used to be one of those food that were cheap. Like, now plantains are very expensive. They have their seasons though. Right now it is cheap, but before you know it, it will go up. So if you can start a business like this, you should start. So these businesses that I mentioned, you do not need to necessarily have a land, but if you can go as far as getting a cheap land, you can start a business like this. But if you cannot find a land, or you don't have the capacity to get a land, you can be a distributor, buy in large quantities, go to where they sell cheap. Go to farmers markets early in the morning, even if it means you to travel to the location. As long as you have the means to travel to that location, bring it in bulk to where you live. And before you know it, you are selling in high quantity. You are selling as a wholesaler without even farming these things. So we have come to the end of our video today. If you found value in today's video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. Share it to people that will benefit from it. Don't keep it to yourself. I am begging you. Those of you that have been sharing my videos, thank you so much. You are helping a lot of people, not just myself, but those people that you are sharing it to. They are getting one or two informations from the video and the little ideas that I have. So these are not limited to the amount of agricultural businesses you can start in Nigeria. There are a lot. But these are the ones that I just decided to talk about because they are very popular, and it is good to start a business like this. So thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.